Season 4 is 5 weeks away, and we actually have a lot more leaks about this season than you might think. So today we're going over 20 leaks, including the theme, a new mech, and a big hint from the CEO, Tim Sweeney himself. One thing a lot of people have been theorizing is the theme. Season 4 is very important because in Chapter 1, Season 4, we had a superhero theme, and in Chapter 2, Season 4, we had the Marvel season, so another superhero season. Is Epic gonna do this all over again with Chapter 3, Season 4? I personally don't think they will, because they have gone through a bunch of the major characters from DC and Marvel. So to do an entire season about Marvel or DC, I feel like would be a little bit too repetitive. We've seen a lot of this content before, and I personally think Epic is really trying to shake things up. Another big feature for Season 4 is deployable reboots. These have been leaked a while back, and honestly, the reboot systems in Apex and Warzone work really well, while I feel like the Fortnite reboot system is a little bit outdated and could use some improvement. It hasn't changed much since it launched. I do think this could be a much needed change, as well as some other changes as how we bring back players. I personally feel like right now, especially in zero build, it takes way too long to reboot somebody and it makes so much noise. I would love to see some more options like the deployable reboots. This one I'm really excited about. Okay, so controllable NPCs. Right now, when you hire an NPC, they just start shooting randomly. They break your builds. They're honestly pretty useless, but we're going to be able to have some sort of select wheel where we can command the NPCs to do specific things, maybe shoot certain players or stay in place or hide with us in bushes. This is going to be a game changer, and hiring NPCs might actually become the new meta. Okay, so this is another big feature that's kind of going under the radar, and that's the updates that are happening to Battle Lab. Epic is planning to add a late game loot option and a no loot option mode. But why would you want to do this? I think Epic is planning to update custom games and actually give us options to how we start our custom matches. Imagine being able to load up Battle Lab settings into a custom game so that you and maybe 100 players could go in with late game loot and just play the game however you want to play. As of right now, there are no options for custom games. You pretty much queue up as is. So this would be a game changer for custom matches. There's also a new mech in the works for Season 4, and the code name is Platehawk. It's leaked in the files right now, and it has 2 different firing modes as well as a sprint. Honestly, that sounds terrifying, getting ran down by a mech, but I do think that this mech is going to be different, and I don't think Epic's going to make the same mistake. It also has a blocking ability with the codename Platehawk. Maybe this is going to be more of a defensive mech, something that can allow you to move around the map, more protected, and I don't think it'll have as much firepower and killing potential as the first mechs. And honestly, when the first mechs came back recently, they weren't as powerful, so definitely lessons have been learned from the disaster that was Season X. And the players have honestly improved a ton since then. I feel like we could handle the mechs a little bit more, especially if they're more balanced with the items that we have, like boogie bombs or impulses. Speaking of impulses, they actually have been updated in the game files and have a brand new sound. So we can expect them to be unvaulted or completely returned at the start of Season 4. October is around the corner, and Season 4 will be in full-fledged by then, so we could definitely expect another FORTNITEMARES event. Fortnite always goes all out for the Halloween skins and the Halloween events, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So this season is super bright and the vibes are up, but Season 4 is almost surely to have some darker themes. And the reason why we know that is Epic always drops some sort of Fortnite teaser image of the battle bus before the new season. For Season 1, it was a flying battle bus in the sun. Season 2, it was around noon, and Season 3, the sun is actually setting. So for Season 4, we can expect that the image will be at nighttime. What will happen to the island when night falls? And I definitely think it's going to have something to do with Geno, a character that we saw in the most recent event, and Jonesy and the Foundation went after him. He's most likely going to be the main villain of Chapter 3, and we might even see him in Season 4. One thing you need to know is that currently the end of this season is supposed to happen on September 18th, and that's on a Sunday. And usually when the seasons end on a Sunday, it means that there's going to be some sort of live event. Now, we can't be 100% sure, but I've got a good feeling about it. So what could the event be about? So there hasn't been much storyline development this season besides the reality tree spreading across the map and corrupting POIs with with the reality tree roots. And we're probably gonna have to face off against the villain we saw in the season 3 trailer towards the end. So if there is some sort of live event, we're probably gonna face off and figure out their true intentions for the Fortnite map. There's also the first person mode. I made an entire video talking about this, but Epic has been updating files regarding to first person mode a lot recently. And with the huge success of zero build, it wouldn't surprise me if they try to bring in a zero build first person mode experience, or even a both build and zero build first person mode to the game. I feel like now would be the perfect time to try to experiment with something like that. Speaking of experimenting, we have had weapon attachments in the game files for a long time, but they've yet to come. Hopefully we'll see them sometime in season 4. But before season 4 drops, we're gonna get our Dragon Ball Z collab. It's gonna be a 7-week collab with a Kamehameha mythic and 4 Dragon Ball Z skins, and some of their capsules are actually going to be consumable items that alter your movement as well. So this is a full-on collab. We're not just getting skins, we're actually getting in-game items and weekly challenges for 7 weeks to finish off season 3, and I feel like it's going to be a cool way to end the season. Speaking of collabs, there was the rumor / leak about a Family Guy collab, and honestly we haven't gotten much information about that. I don't really know how they would make a Peter Griffin, skin work. But I mean, Fortnite has made crazier things work. So if you're looking forward to that, we don't have new information about it, but it might be something they're still working on. So there's a lot of content that Fortnite has leaked and rumored around season 3 that we haven't seen yet, and honestly we might not see in season 3. First of all, the skating update that everybody thought was going to happen for the summer update, we didn't get that. We didn't get skateboards. We might get it late in the season, but honestly it's looking like we're not going to get it at all this season. On top of that, there were motorcycle leaks and they were in the files, and we even saw a motorcycle in the season 3 trailer, but it never came yet, and honestly at this point it might just be pushed back to season 4. But content that we are getting for sure, besides the Dragon Ball Z collab, is a UFO Wild Week where they're bringing back the flying saucers and potentially even some of the alien weapons. A Shield Wild Week, which hopefully means the return of the bubble shield, which recently got updated in the game files to be destructible from the inside. The Shield Wild Week will also reintroduce Chug Jugs and Slurp Juice into the loot pool, and a Shadow Wild Week, which will probably bring back the Shadow Bombs and maybe even the Shadow Consumables. Definitely still a little bit of content left before the end of the season. I want to give a happy birthday to Metal Umbrella. My own clothing brand just turned a year old today, and we're going to celebrate by giving you guys 45% off select items. This sale ends on August 7th at midnight, so go to metalumbrella.com and check it out while you still can. Thank you so much for all the love. Let's get back to the season 4 leaks. The biggest news about season 4 though is something Epic CEO Tim Sweeney has teased, and that is Creative 2.0 is close to release, and they were on track to get it out before the end of the year. Season 4 might be the last season of this year, so there's a chance that Creative 2.0 might roll out even at the start or somewhere in the middle or towards the end of season 4, and that's something I have been extremely excited about and I feel like is the future of Fortnite content. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I fucking nailed it.